You're about to make a single expensive mistake that 9 out of 10 car owners make every single morning. And no, it's not what you think. It's not about oil changes or using premium fuel. It's about the first 30 seconds. The moment you turn that key or push that button, you are conducting a symphony of moving parts with no oil pressure. And most people are conducting it like a wrecking ball. Stick with me for the next 10 minutes, and I'll not only show you the 10 silent startup killers, but I'll give you the professional-grade fixes that'll have your engine running smoother at 200,000 miles than it does today. This is high-level, long-term ownership. Welcome to the standard. Mistake 10. Ignoring the warning lights during start. Those lights on your dash are performing a pre-flight diagnostic sequence. When you ignore them, you're ignoring a real-time system report. The most critical, the oil pressure warning lamp. If that light stays on for more than a second after startup, you have immediate, catastrophic, insufficient lubrication. Driving any further is a death sentence. But here's the semantic detail most miss. A check engine light that flashes during cranking but then goes solid is different from one that's already on when you start. That flash indicates a misfire event during startup, which dumps raw fuel into your exhaust system, poisoning your catalytic converter with unburned hydrocarbons. Your dashboard is a data cluster. Start reading it. Mistake 9. Starting the car with accessories on. This is a lesson in parasitic electrical load. Your starter motor is the single largest current draw on your vehicle. Asking it to perform while also powering the AC blower motor, headlights, and a high-wattage sound system creates voltage drop. This low voltage forces the starter to work slower, leading to prolonged cranking, which increases cylinder wall washdown from fuel. The pro tip: get in the habit of an ignition sequence. Foot on brake, all accessories off, then start. Once the ECU stabilizes the idle, reintroduce load. This preserves your charging system and ensures a strong, clean start every time. Mistake 8. Holding the key in the start position too long. This isn't just annoying sound. This is starter motor archaeology. That grinding is the starter pinion gear desperately meshing with the flywheel ring gear under power. Overholding causes gear tooth shear and brittling on the flywheel. The violent vibration? That's harmonic stress on your engine mounts and crankshaft thrust bearings. The moment you hear ignition combustion, release the key. For push-button systems, a quick, firm press is a command, not a request. The computer handles the rest. Treat it with finesse. Mistake 7. Pressing the gas pedal while starting. This is a carburetor error relic that's murder on a modern direct injection or port injection system. The engine control unit has a dedicated cranking fuel map. Stabbing the pedal can trigger clear flood mode or simply dump excess fuel, causing fuel dilution of your engine oil. This thins the oil, degrading its film strength and shear stability. The result? Accelerated camshaft and lifter wear. Your foot should be a statue during startup. Let the sensors and the ECU do the work. They're better at it. Mistake 6. Frequent short trips with repeated starts. This is the silent killer of engine lifespan. Short trips prevent the engine from reaching its optimal thermal operating window. This leads to fuel and moisture contamination in the oil, creating acidic byproducts and sludge nucleation. You never boil off the condensate in the exhaust system, leading to internal muffler and catalytic converter corrosion. The pro tip? If your life is short trips, you must be militant about your oil change interval. Consider it a severe service schedule, and monthly take a 30-minute highway drive to achieve full moisture evaporation and system regen. Mistake 5. Repeatedly cranking the engine when it won't start. This is panic, and it's expensive. Each 10-second crank cycle floods the cylinders with fuel, washing away the critical zinc anti-wear boundary layer from the cylinder walls. You're also fuel saturating your spark plugs, causing fouling and misfire. The rule of 3? Crank for 3 seconds, pause for 10. This allows the fuel pressure regulator to reset and the starter motor to cool. If it doesn't start after 3 cycles, you have a fuel, spark, or compression issue that cranking won't fix. You're just doing secondary damage. Mistake 4. Starting the car with the steering turned fully to one side. This is a maximum load startup. Your power steering pump is at its highest system pressure, creating an immediate parasitic drag on the serpentine belt and the crankshaft pulley before oil pressure is stable. This stresses the pump's internal seals, the high-pressure hose fittings, and the belt tensioner. Always start with the wheels straight. It's a simple act of mechanical empathy that preserves your hydraulic steering system. Mistake 3. Starting with old or thin engine oil. Your oil's viscosity index and additive package are its lifeblood. Over time, thermal breakdown and shear loss degrade its ability to maintain a hydrodynamic film. Old oil is also laden with microparticulates that act as a lapping compound during startup. Using an oil thinner than specified, like a 5W20 in a 5W30 engine, can lead to inadequate film thickness at operating temperature. The fix is non-negotiable. Use the OEM-specified viscosity and change it at or before the interval. This is the single most important thing on this list. Mistake 2. Starting the car in gear, manual transmissions. This isn't just a safety hazard. That sudden, uncontrolled torque transfer from the starter through the clutch plate and transmission input shaft places shock loading on the entire driveline. It can shear flywheel bolts, damage the starter's engagement mechanism, and stress the transmission countershaft. The clutch safety switch is there for a reason. Use it. Full clutch depression every single time. Mistake 1. Starting with low battery power. A weak battery doesn't just mean no start. It means slow cranking. Slow cranking equals low compression pressure, poor fuel atomization, and incomplete combustion. This leads to carbon deposit accumulation on valves and piston crowns. It also forces the alternator into a constant state of maximum recharge, shortening its life. Monitor your battery's resting voltage. Below 12.4 volts, it's in a state of partial discharge. Replace it before it fails, because its failure will cascade. If you've made it this far, you're no longer just a driver. You're a custodian. You understand that engine longevity is built in seconds, not miles. This channel is a community for people who understand that distinction. We don't just fix cars, we uphold a standard that prevents catastrophic mechanical failure and preserves vehicle value. If that's a standard you want to be part of, hit subscribe. You're not just getting videos, you're getting the methodology behind a 500,000-mile engine, because your engine shouldn't just start, it should thrive.